They somehow want disciples. They don't mind any guru reform as long as there are disciples. It is not just a guru disease, but a disciple disease, a disease ranging from gross to subtle manifestation of usurping your position and your disciples in ISKCON. Srila Prabhupada, you have already foreseen all these shams and have written about them. You have pointed out that these humble gurus are also sahajyas. This kind of mind game is described by your divine grace below. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Actually, a first-class reputation is due Madhavendra Puri because he was the most confidential devotee of the Lord. Sometimes a sahajya presents himself as being void of desires for reputation in order to become famous as a humble man. Such people cannot actually attain the platform of celebrated Vaishnavas. Today, more than 40 gurus have fallen down, majority of them being other than the first set of imitators. The results show that the so-called reform of 1985 is no reform at all, but perpetuation of the same disobedience and disturbance in the society. Many keep falling down, and few new ones crop up every year. Countless souls have gone through the abuse as disciples of the self-made gurus when these self-made gurus fall down. While the world does not tolerate any institution abusive of its members, we are pained to see what innocent souls experience in ISKCON today by placing their faith simply to be abused again and again. We pray at your lotus feet that this illusion be quickly broken by propagating the truth spoken by your divine grace, and that the people who read your books and associate with ISKCON understand your divine grace as a current link and accept none other than your divine grace as their spiritual master. And that these self-made gurus meet their destiny of one day having no takers of their compromised philosophy. Why should there be infighting in ISKCON? Your divine grace has given an answer why this schism happens. Chaitanya Charitamrita. This verse describes the beginning of a schism. When disciples do not stick to the principle of accepting the order of the spiritual master, immediately there are two opinions. Any opinion different from the opinion of the spiritual master is useless. One cannot infiltrate materially concocted ideas into spiritual advancement. That is deviation. There is no scope of adjusting spiritual advancement to material ideas. Today, a guru falling down does not create a tremor as it did in 1980, when we heard that one of the 11 gurus had fallen down. The reason for the change in reaction is easily understood from the instructive parable used in management. If you place a frog in a pot of boiling water, it will immediately try to scramble out. This is like the initial reaction when the first few of the 11 started falling down. Many jumped out of ISKCON. But if you place the frog in a room temperature and don't scare him, he will stay put. Now, if the pot sits on a heat source and if you gradually turn up the temperature, something very interesting happens. As the temperature rises from 70 to 80 degrees, the frog will do nothing. As the temperature gradually increases, the frog will become groggier and groggier until he is unable to climb out of the pot. Though there is nothing restraining him, the frog will just sit there. This is because the frog's internal apparatus is geared to such only sudden changes, not to slow, gradual changes. ISKCON today can be compared to this. Over the last 3 decades, we have gradually got used to hearing of so many gurus fall downs. As an organization, we have become incapable of doing something about it, just like the frog. Oblivious of the fact that ISKCON has degraded to a Sahajya organization where guru has become really cheap. We are abusing the most pristine position of guru. Sadly, we have become an organization different from the spiritual organization that you had founded and left. Even this you had foreseen and warned us about the consequences of such deviations. Chaitanya Charitamrita. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu has therefore advised us to avoid Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Rasa Bhasa. In this way, the devotee can remain pure, free from fall downs. Everyone should try to remain aloof from Bhakti Siddhanta Viruddha and Rasa Bhasa. Chaitanya Charitamrita. You further quote your Guru Maharaj cautioning about Sahajya. Prabhupada. Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he said that when our men will become Sahajya, they'll be more dangerous. So our men are becoming, some of them, Sahajyas. This very word he said, that when our men will become Sahajyas, he'll be more dangerous. Room Conversation, 1977. Prabhupada. These Sahajyas will come out of so many devotees. This is Prabhupada's prediction. What can be done? From my Guru Maharaj's disciples, so many Sahajyas came. These are called Sahajyas. When my disciples will be Sahajyas, it will be more dangerous. He used to say like that, taking things very easily. You know that Purushottama, supposed to be my god brother. This is your most important analysis on why the Gaudiya Math failed. Room Conversation, August 16, 1976. Why Chaitanya Mahaprabhu says, Guru more murkha dheki karila shasana? This is Sahajya Vada. He is thinking, oh, I have become liberated. I don't require any direction of my Guru. I am liberated. Then he is rascal. Why this Gaudiya Math failed? Because they tried to become more than Guru. He, before passing away, he gave all direction and never said that this man should be the next Acharya. But these people, just after his passing away, they began to fight who shall be Acharya. That is a failure. They never thought, in quote, why Guru Maharaj gave us instruction, so many things, why he did not say that this man should be Acharya? They wanted to create artificially somebody Acharya and everything failed. They did not consider even with common sense that if Guru Maharaj wanted to appoint somebody as Acharya, why he did not say? He said so many things and this point he missed, the real point, and they insist upon it. They declared some unfit person to become Acharya, then another man came, then another Acharya. So better remain a foolish person, perpetually to be directed by Guru Maharaj. This is perfection. And as soon as he learns that the Guru Maharaj is dead, now I am so advanced that I can kill my Guru and I can become Guru. Then he is finished. Unfortunately, the very thing that you feared has happened in ISKCON after your disappearance. In a letter in 1974, you write, the result is now everyone is claiming to be Acharya, even though they may be Kanishta Adhikari with no ability to preach. In some of the camps, Acharya is being changed 3 times a year. Therefore, we may not commit the same mistake in our ISKCON camp. Actually, among my god brothers, no one is qualified to become an Acharya. So it's better not to mix with my god brothers very intimately, because instead of inspiring our students and disciples, they may sometimes pollute them. Srila Prabhupada, you are the seer of the past, present and future. You have forewarned all that was to happen in ISKCON. In your transcendental Vani lies the answers for everything. Your transcendental instructions and association of like-minded sadhus are all that is required to go back to Godhead, this very life as assured by your divine grace. When the confidential mission of a pure devotee is being obviously disturbed, it is the duty of every disciple to do something to quell such disturbance. It is only in such a spirit of service to your divine grace that we devotees in Bangalore are engaged in vigorously propagating your instructions regarding initiation in ISKCON. It is not in the attitude of being holier than thou, meaning holier than other Vaishnavas in this world. I am ever grateful to your divine grace for sheltering us so lovingly and protecting our devotional service in spite of always falling short of sufficient faith and devotion unto your lotus feet. Please bless me so that I can be worthy of being the servant of the most sincere and obedient disciples of your divine grace. It is only by your causeless mercy that I am engaged in devotional service, since I am not worthy of it and I have no personal qualification to be engaged thus. I am eternally indebted to your divine grace for your eternal shelter, kindness and continued flow of mercy. Your fallen servant, Madhu Pandit Dasa. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.